All right, hi everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to react to some of the proposals in the Senate for the bounty hunter system rework. A lot of these are self-explanatory and just need to be implemented. Remove bounties in a private structure, no-brainer. Failed mission cooldown. While that hurts a bounty hunter, it makes total sense and probably should be implemented. Player bounty accumulation. More bounties on the board means all of these work better, so I'm definitely down with that. These last two, I want to react to these. So number 4, implement a Mercenary Faction system similar to the Underworld network that grants GCW buffs to bounty. So all of these buffs will be on the same cooldown as GCW buffs and have double the cooldown time of the GCW buffs. This incentives hunters still participate in the Galactic Civil War to gain GCW buffs. Proposal number 5. Crime Syndicate system. Add a Crime Syndicate hunter system to the bounty hunter profession. So this basically reworks the bounty hunter system to be more rewarding, to be more grindable. I think it's too much. I think it needs to be condensed. I think both of these need to be condensed into one system. I think the grind needs to be the same amount of time, but I think that there needs to be less ranks, and here's why. So I don't think we need to have the cooldowns be double. I think there's enough incentive on its own with all the items. I don't think we need to nerf these GCW. I think they definitely still need to be on the same cooldown. I don't think we need to have it be double the cooldown of the GCW buffs, and here's why. So I want to combine these two systems to just be one system, and I want them to be 5 ranks. So just 5 ranks, right? And we pull some of the most important buffs you're really worried about going up against are Unstoppable, Last Man Standing, Legendary Warrior, and the Artillery Strike. I think the Artillery Strike should stay GCW just to give that incentive, but we reduce the ranks to just 5, and we take the most important buffs and put them in there. Then we take some of these loot rewards from this Crime Syndicate system and we add them just like the GCW buffs. Each rank has a loot item and a buff. So we have 5 ranks, we have 5 buffs, and 5 loot items, and they're very similar to the ranks you get in GCW. So rank 1 novice, you get Adrenaline Rush, and you're rewarded with a comlink. Comlink will give you an IG Assassin droid, very similar to the GCW comlink. Rank 2, the rank's Hunter, you get Unstoppable, you get the Mandalorian Skull Banner, which is the rally banner. Rank 3, Mercenary, you get Retaliation. I really like this left bracer with shield. I think that'd be a cool appearance item. Rank 4, Elite, Last Hunter Standing. You get all these weapons that they were talking about in Proposal 5. So you get the Anban Phase Pulse Rifle, so that disintegrator rifle from the Mandalorian, Legendary FNG5 pistol, or Mastercrafted EE3 with the Woodstock. So that's cool. And rank 5, I think it should be called Champion of the Great Hunt because that's a total throwback. And then you get the Legendary Hunter buff, which is Legendary Warrior. And instead of an Armor Bark, you get the Mercon JT12 Jetpack. So Jango Fett's Jetpack. And I think just combining these and condensing them would just make it easier on the devs, and it'd be just more streamlined. I think when we get to approving this, we can talk about, what's the grind? How much is the faction grind? You may also be wondering, so GCW, you have to grind 12 ranks. Why do we have to grind only 5? Well, it's easier to get GCW points than it is to bounty hunt. It takes longer to bounty hunt. It's more of a time sink to complete bounties than it is to farm GCW, and that's just it. So that's why there's less ranks. Some of these extra items that we're talking about in this proposal, they can just be loot off of PvE bounties. So when you loot a mark in a PvE bounty, it drops some of the stuff. I think this is great stuff that the PvE bounties could just drop, and it would make a reason to farm those. Lastly, I read this part, similar to the underground network for smugglers. There is no similarity with these. Underground network for smugglers is really sort of, it's a really bland system for smugglers, and I think we should up it. I think we should rework it. So part of the reason why I chose 5 ranks is because it's very similar to the 5 tiers of smuggler ranks, and you could easily make this for smugglers too, and it could just be a sister system. So the same system be implemented to the smugglers, because smuggler and bounty hunter are the 2 professions where it makes a lot of sense to have a third-ish faction system together. And bounty hunters already are allowed to hunt smugglers when they're going on their missions, and I think it would make sense to just make that system a little bit more rewarding for smugglers, because it is so bland, y'all. It is not fun, and you can make it a little bit more fun by adding all these things. So that's my reaction. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, that's it.